Hello everyone, and welcome to RNG University. On tonight's episode, Selesnya Control. Yep, that is right. A combo of normal aggro or normal temple deck is now in control. So what we have given Selesnya in control is the ultimate combo of Up the Beanstalk and Overlord of the Hauntwood. That's the only two cards in this deck making a Selesnya, but they're oh so powerful. So the idea that I wanted to create in this deck is I want to beat down with Herald of Eternal Dawn. So the idea is that, a lot of aggressive decks try to win with just damage. Well, if they cannot deal 6 damage to an angel, they can actually kill us because this is our Platinum Angel. So it's a 6/6 flyer that we can just hit our opponents with. In addition to all of that, this is not legendary. So we can have multiple heralds, and then what are you going to do? Kill one of our angels with all of their burn spell and watch as our other angels still win us the game? That is the idea of this deck. So, let's talk about the whole deck list. In the early games, we got 2 Authority of the Consul to make sure that we don't lose to aggressive temple decks or just aggressive decks overall. Every creature they play comes into play tapped, give us a life, and all their haste creatures mean nothing now because haste does not work on a creature that comes into play tapped. Well, it does work, but it means nothing on a creature that comes into play tapped. We have 4 Elspeth Smite to also deal damage to attacking creatures, should we need to do that. And then we have 2 Final Showdowns. That's not actually a 1-drop, so let's move that to the side. After that, actually, this should be a 6-drop here. After that, we have 3 Get Lost to, of course, kill creatures, kill enchantments, or kill planeswalkers. And then we have 3 High Noon to make sure that our opponent does not quickly tempo us out, right? So a lot of decks, like red decks, black decks, they like to play 2-3 spell a turn to tempo you out. High Noon stops all of that. Each player can only play 1 spell a turn. For us, we don't care about that. 1 spell a turn is perfectly fine. But for our opponent, that's going to be very painful. And then we have 2 Rest in Peace. Now, this is obviously a hate piece for graveyard synergy decks, like your Reanimator deck, like the Azorius Oculus is also kind of a Reanimator deck, right? But the good old mono black zombified decks, there's a lot of Reanimator or graveyard synergy decks out there. So this hates on that immediately. But that's not the only thing. There's one thing that I recognize as I play through today's games. This is also a hate piece for all the black decks out there that runs a Slasher. Because the Slasher comes back from the graveyard. If there's no graveyard, the Slasher can't come back. So yeah, Rest in Peace also hates on that. Of course, we have 2 Rest in Peace only because it's still a hate piece. It's not something that you want to run 4 off. What you do want to run 4 off is your card draw engine. 4 Up them Beanstalks. This is a card you want a hard mulligan into. You need Up the Beanstalk in close to your opening hand for your hand to be anything. So that's why there's 4 of in the deck. Then, no 3-drops, but we technically have a 3-drop in Overlord of the Hauntwood, right? We can play it for 3 mana, impending, and then we get an extra land. So on turn 3, we ramp to 4 lands, so that we skip our turn 4, go immediately to turn 5. Turn 5, 4 Sunfalls. If there is a board still, after Authority of the Consul and Elspeth, Smite, and Get Lost and all those things, slowing them down, Sunfall will get them. So they'll die that way. After that, we go to our turn 6 and beyond. Well, we got 2 Final Showdown. It's a 6 mana instant speed board wipe, which is good, or a 7 mana instant speed board wipe that kills all creatures with abilities as well. You have any dice trigger, even if we don't have Rest in Peace, so we can still get rid of them that way. So yeah, Final Showdown is very useful in this deck, and we can ramp out to 6-7 mana very easily. Then of course we have a Leyline Binding. Leyline Binding in this deck is kind of wonky, right? It's not a domain deck, but Overlord of the Hauntwood can get us domain, so Leyline Binding could cost 1. So they're kind of combo with Overlord of the Hauntwood. So I don't want to say this is a 6 mana spell. Usually it's going to be, if we just have Forest or Forest and Plain, that's a 4 mana spell because there's 2 land type for domain. 4 mana O-Ring, not that great. 4 mana O-Ring to draw a card at flash speed. It's marginally acceptable, but it's not great. Then, when it's Overlord the Hauntwood out, this is a 1 mana O-Ring, flash speed, draw a card. That is ridiculously good, right? So Leyline Binding is something that you cannot justify not having in a Up the Beanstalk and Overlord the Hauntwood package. And finally, our win con. Herald of the Eternal Dawn. 7 mana, 6/6, attack for 6 damage. Win game slowly that way. But it's not actually that slow. You don't have to kill your opponent outright. Just having Herald deal damage is good. Don't forget, High Noon is 5 damage hidden. We don't have red mana. Don't worry. Overlord of the Hauntwood gives us red mana as much as we want. And then the High Noon just kills our opponent 5 damage at a time till they have no more life. right? So the land base, we're going to have 25 lands in the deck. 25 lands are 3 plains, 3 forests, 4 Hushwood Verge, 4 Lush Portico, 4 Razor Verge Thicket, and since I had 1 temple, I added 1 Temple of Plenty, and then 2 Demo Fields and 4 Fountainports. Fountainports are useful because we got a lot of tokens to sack, right? We got a token from a Fountainport, we get tokens from Overlord of Hauntwood Lands, and then we can use the Fountainport to generate mana if we need to. And generate tokens, generate the treasure tokens we need to ramp up if we were just flooded. So Fountainport is definitely important. That's why there's 4 in the deck. And I think Temple of the Plenty is something that you can kind of play around in. If you're worried a lot about counterspell decks, you can cut the Temple of Plenty and put Cavern of Souls and just use that to name Angel. That way your Herald of the Eternal Dawn will always come down. And if you name Angel on a Cavern of Souls in a deck that has Up the Beanstalk and Overlord of the Hauntwood, your opponent will always be wary of Atraxa. Even if you don't have it, you'll get them because they're always wary of it. They'll play around that, and they will lose because they're playing around a card that's not in your deck. So that's something that you can also think about, but I think 25 lands is a good ratio. I don't want too many lands because Overlord of the Hauntwood obviously get us lands, and without that, our actual curve is on the 1 and 2 drops, right? The Hauntwood gets 1 drop or turns Leyline to 1 drop, and then these are only played whenever we actually get the Hauntwood lands out. So we don't really have to worry about those. And that's the whole idea of the deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Dorosi. Dorodoro. They go first. They always go first. Why would they not go first? Okay. Are they aggro? White. Not as aggro, so I'm going to surveil. Dude. Okay, I'll take all 3. Whoa. Okay, there's 3 of these. Let's get this going. I'm going to go off a bean. We're probably going to stop this, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I still draw a card anyways. I'm going to get lost my Beanstalk. Virtue. Alright, here comes the aggro. Caretaker's Talent. Very talented deck. They are a very talented deck, but unfortunately for them, I think I'm more talented. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Up the Beanstalk to draw another card. And I'm going to show them that even the authorities are minorities in my water park. Go ahead. Play a creature. See if I care. They did play a creature. They thought about whether or not I cared. Give me a life. I don't know if that deck has mass removal for enchantments. Because this is going to be an insane amount of stuff. I can drop the Fountainport, right? 2 green and a... Yeah, I don't need to drop the... I could just drop up the Beanstalk. How much do I care about ramping versus just getting an extra card here? I have too many cards. Just draw 4 instead of draw 6. I think it's fine. Is it fine though? Because otherwise I draw a lot more. Am I really getting bottlenecked with Up the Beanstalk here? Yeah, am I getting bottlenecked? How much mana do I need? I just need a Sunfall. I need to take care of the Caretaker's Talent. I'm not really getting bottlenecked too much, right? Let's draw a card. I knew it's beautiful. I mean, it's not as useful against this deck because obviously they got, you know, 1 spell a turn easily. It's fine. I forgot that without the Overlord, I don't actually have the binding, but it's giving me a life. I'll take it. So I'm gonna Overlord here, which means I want to play a tap land. I guess I Overlord first. Draw 3 cards. Man, I'm gonna deck out so fast. Yep. That seems about right. Now I'm gonna drop the Lush Particle. I need to discard how many cards? Just one? No, okay, we'll take it. There's 3 lands in my hand. They are so screwed. I'll take it. It's not too much damage. They gotta play something, right? Another Enduring Innocence. Giving me life. They're drawing a card. They draw a land. I guess somewhat useful. Do they have another thing to play? They don't? Not at this moment. I'm gonna draw 3 cards. Yeah, no Sunfall, but I do draw 3 cards. Take out the Caretaker's Talent. Don't want him to get that out of the way. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to 7 mana. And I guess I will play a High Noon, maybe? I could Impend, and then High Noon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 damage. That's a lot, right? I don't want to take 8 damage here, so... What do I do? I could also play Overlord. But that's too much damage at once. So I guess I'm gonna Impend. Pretty late Sunfall here. And then I could play High Noon to kind of tax him out. I gotta discard 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. So you can play 1 spell. I can only play 1 spell. Let's see what each of our spell is. That's a good spell. Not gonna lie. But also not gonna help too much. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage, right? I will die if I let this happen. So obviously I'm going to let this happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can take 8. I might go down to 1. That's fine. I guess if I was going to Sunfall, it didn't matter there. I think I'm still going to Sunfall, right? And then I'll take out the Elspeth somehow. This draws me 2 cards. Let me play it. Let me play this. So tap this. Tap this. Sunfall for... Withdraw 3. How much mana do I still have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 mana. So I can't play any more spells. That's fine. Let me put an upkeep stop here. Gotta discard a card. Guess I'll discard the Demo Field. And then I will get Lost Your Elspeth upkeep.
Evil win.
5 mana? What would you like to do? High Noon up in here. Caretaker's Talent, that's your 1 spell. You sure did not make that count, huh? Alright, let's make this 3-3 happen. Let's go for the attack. So I could take out the Caretaker's Talent, but I will just see what he does and take it out in response. Since that's the case, I can slam a High Noon, my one spell of the turn, and I end turn. The Overlords are here! Would you like to get lost, my Overlord? They probably have a get lost, right? It's looking likely. I'm down to 1 life. But don't worry. 1 life is not 0 life. Ah, I tapped my demo field. Sunfall, my board? That's totally fine. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8. I'm just gonna draw a card. You can also Caretaker Talent something, which I'm okay with. My turn. Here's the Angel. I draw 3 cards. Another Overlord. I get lost. And another High Noon. And then another Angel. Oh. Take 6. He's at 15. Let us... Do we impend? I think I impend here for more mana, right? No. So, what I want to do is get lost to Fountainport when I have a chance. Which means I want to play... do I want to pay this? No. Let's pay this. Green. Green. To impend the Overlord. I draw 3 cards again. How much cards I have left? 23? That's not a lot. I can play a land. Then I'll end turn, discard a card. I discard 2 cards. Discard my... What do I discard here? Up the Beanstalk for sure. And I guess Sunfall. At this point, I don't need the Sunfall. He's at 15. The 3 High Noons will get him. He may not know. That's the whole point of this deck. We're going to hit him with a Herald, because he can't win. And we're going to High Noon him so that he can lose. Mono-white control, huh? I'm at 1 life. You're almost there. But not quite. Overlord of the Mistmoor. That's a missed opportunity if I've ever seen one. Those are flying. It gives me 2 life. And they also cannot block. GG. That's your 1 spell that you get to play. And that's what you play. You better hope you have a removal. Because this is 12 damage. You can copy, but that gives me another life, and it's still coming to play tapped. Thanks to Authority of the Council. I'm at 4 life now. He's still in the game. He's got 1 mana. I don't know what his plan is. Trigger the map, okay. I guess he doesn't know that High Noon gets him. 1 land. Map again if you want. Go for it. Good job. You mapped twice. Oh, right. My resolution. You want that carrot cake? It gains you life. It's very useful. Alright, he's impending. It's fine. Let me just play another one of these. I'm not even gonna High Noon you. I'm gonna draw my deck. How much damage is this? It's like 18 damage. GG. I had to GG him 3 times because he won't leave. Alright, good game, Ferocity. Your control is no match for my control. Alright, our opponent is Jonesy4. He's jonesing for something, alright? Opponent goes... Oh my god. How many games does this have to be? I get a bad hand and opponent goes first. Every game. It's like, I don't have Beanstalk. I have Overlord. I don't have 3 Ring Swords, so this Overlord might not even get there ever. Which means I should probably mulligan this hand. But I do have a Smite, which is pretty good against an opponent goes first, right? I don't know. There's lots of dead card in his hand. I need to get a green source. Might not get there. This better, sort of. Not really. I guess I'll put away the Sunfall and just try to live off the Smites one at a time. Alright, frontliner. I'm gonna start by gaining some life. Alright, he's gonna give me 2 life here. I'll take it. He didn't even give me 2 lives. Why? What's going on? War Leader's Call. I'll smite it. So every creature he played deals 1 damage to me, and then I gain 1 life. It's kind of funny. Hauntwood. Can he even kill Herald? 2 1/1 soldiers with haste. What does this do? Until the end of turn, creature gets +1/+1. Oh, unfortunately, that doesn't happen for you. I'm sorry, but I'm not actually sorry. So let's get the impending to work. Okay, lost your War Leader's Call. You can have those map tokens. Am I just gonna get lands? They're gonna get lands. Haha. Enjoy the flood. Hey, you're supposed to flood. Does he want that? I guess he does want that. I can keep the Sunfall here. It's not too bad. It's just 2 1/1s, I don't really care. If he goes too wide, I can Sunfall him. Novice Inspector gives me a life. Take 3. Not the end of the world here. That's all he's gonna play? Then I can just kind of trickle out the Overlords, right? Do I trickle out the Overlords? I can just hardcast an Overlord. That's a 5/5 or 6/5. Then he has to deal with 2 6/5s. That's not too bad. If he has to get lost, it's very hard to fight through with 2 Overlords. And then the Herald will get there because he can't kill the Herald if he kills the 2 Overlords. He draws a card, yeah. Draw your card. Try to do 15 damage if you can. With no haste. No creature can... Well, they can all have haste, but they're not untapping. Clockwork Percussionist. Alright, that's gone. Gleeful Demolition. Yeah, you sack it. Sure. 3 extra things. You get another Gleeful. Oops. Can't use that. Figure something else out. Attacking. I don't really care about the Overlords. Do some pumps. Burst Lightning. Wow. Okay, that's aggressive. That's very aggressive. I can get the 7th mana from this, right? I don't really care about these 4 1/1s. I have so much life here. And the Fountainport is kind of the nail in the coffin. Because I'm just going to get so much value from the Fountainport. And it's 7 mana, which means I can cast a Herald if I want. Oh, look, you're going to get some more creatures for me. So aggressive. Yeah, let's do it. I don't think it matters too much. I'll block you. Would you like to burn off one of my things? Burst Lightning. Okay. That was the last card you have. It's not very useful. Okay, so how much mana does he have? Well, how much creatures does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's a pretty big burst damage of 14. It would be a shame if you didn't have it. You block. Why would you block? Now you have no damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's only 12 damage instead of 14 damage. I think I have enough I think I can get rid of all this now. Why is it tapping my land? This is so weird. Alright. White! There you go. That's a good Sunfall. Now I got a big 6/6. Every creature you play will be tapped. Oh, I guess that's a GG for you. That deck has stood no chance against this. Alright, our opponent is Mai. Mayahi? Mayahe. We go first. It's a pretty good hand to go first on. I'm gonna keep, but if I don't get a land, I'm gonna be pretty sad. I got 2 draws at a land. That's not a land. That is a very good card, but it's not a land. That is a land. Good. So now we up the Beanstalk. Inspiring Vantage. What kind of Boros are they? Are they the aggressive kind, or they are the aggressive kind? Alright. Since they are the aggressive kind, do I have time for an Overlord here? Or do I have to Smite? Well, I don't really have anything else if I just hold up Smite, so I think I Overlord. I also get faster to a Sunfall if I need to do that. Now I have 2 removal. That's important. So if he has a protection spell kept up in white, at least he won't be able to kill me this turn. Also, Herald just kind of stops the whole deck from doing stuff. Helix me. Wow, that's aggressive. Aggressively bad, but aggressive. Alright, so now he has no white, so nothing to protect against what I'm going to do. I'm going to Leyline Bind. I should play Planks, right? Should I play Planks? So I want to Overlord. I guess I Overlord first. And if I draw a land, what do I do? Even if I draw a land here, I don't know. I think I still put up this thing. Alright, let's put up this thing first. See what we draw. I draw a land, right? So now I would put up a land. And I go Leyline Binding. And I'll bind the Manifold Mouse. You can pump it, but you can't save it. Burst Lightning my face. Just like a little kid. Hard Challenger. Manifold Mouse. Gonna give that double strike. Very scary. Get rid of it. Unfortunately, these are all dead cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can put out a 7th land, but they're all kind of dead cards. Still gotta do it. Now we get the Herald out. Alright, gets a double strike. Does he kill me with this attack? No, he doesn't. Here's our Herald. We draw a card, and a Herald also stops us from dying. Very useful. You got Lightning Helix? Okay, just quit. That works for me. Good game. Alright, our opponent is maze-minded. Are they? How maze-minded are they? They're letting us go first. We got 2. Okay. They're Kaito. We got Up the Beanstalk. 2 Rest in Peace. Our only 2 SMPs in the whole deck. I'm going first. I'm going to keep this hand. I like going first with Up the Beanstalk, so let's see what could go wrong. Obviously, a lot can go wrong, but let's see it. Restless Reef. Oh, you don't say. A Kaito deck with Dimir? Never seen it coming. We got a land. Good, good, good. I'm going to need that land. Gloomverge Lake. He's going to bat me? You can see he's going to see some wonky hand. I don't think Dimir plays with Graveyard like at all, so I don't think he cares about the Rest in Peace. I'm still going to play it, but I don't think he'll care. He's probably going to take the Get Lost, right? The Leyline Binding? You sure? Do I need a 4th land? I probably need a 4th land here. Do I need to toss out the Rest in Peace? I don't think so. I might want to just hold up the Get Lost. Deals the 1 damage. Preacher. Get lost the Preacher. They slam the Rest in Peace. No graveyard for anyone. I mean, this hand is not going to go anywhere until I draw either another Leyline Binding or a Overlord here. Curiosity. He draws a card. Very good for him. I do get a land. This is useful. So I get rid of his board. He did draw that card, but this is going to get rid of everything he has. And give me back my Leyline Binding. And I still have a 2-2. Now, he can attack me with the Reef, right? That's the only thing that I cannot stop right now with this hand. He didn't draw a land. That is amazing. Not drawing a land is amazing for me. So, he might counter this. Let's see that he does. He didn't? Great. Fantastic. Alright, then I'll just pass turn. Not doing anything else here. Even if you play the Mastermind, I'm not doing anything here. Plays the Curiosity. That is fine too. I'm going to try to buff the Curiosity. He does. It's a 5-4. He's going to try to buff it again. He doesn't. Alright, so I can try to block, right? It doesn't fly, does it? It's just flash. So he's trying to give him 4 mana here. Do I care about this? We gotta break the Reef. He lets that happen. I get a white mana or do I get green mana? I might need more white mana. Let him draw 5 cards. 5 cards? No. Draw 1 card. He'll want to play something else in tempo, right? There you go. Alright. So with that, we can play Overlord of the Hauntwood. Good, good. I need all those. So now I can play a land. It's important for me to Leyline Bind the Curiosity. If he buffs the Slasher, can he buff the Slasher and play? He could, right? I think he can. It's kind of the trick. So I have to play the Authority and go from there, I think. Actually, no. I'm going to Leyline Bind first. Maybe I draw another Leyline Binding. I draw a Showdown. I take out the Curiosity. So I need 2 lands open. If he does the buff and the what is that? What is that freaking Overlord called? I forgot. And he plays the Overlord thing, then I can. No, this is kind of tricky too. So I can smite it if he has a counterspell. Well, I don't die if he has a counterspell, so. Let's see if he has a counterspell for this. He didn't, so it's gone. Great. Deep Cavern Bat. Good luck. I guess he'd take the Showdown. I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably take the Showdown, right? Everything else is good, but not great. Okay. Not what I would have taken, but you do you. Maybe he has another bat. Maybe that's what's going on. Definitely nobody has Graveyard. That's important. So now I go Authority. And then I go High Noon. Just have 5 lands open in case I want to proc High Noon on him. And it kind of limits his plays too, because he is a tempo deck and he wants to play multiple spells in a turn. Fairy Mastermind. Gives me a life. Not do anything this turn? It's fine with me. Slasher. It's got 1 mana open. Is he sure he wants to do this? You can create a treasure, right? I need a lot of mana for this stuff, so it's got 1 land left, so make sure all creature lose all abilities and destroy all creature. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's got 1 land, so it can't really do much with 1 land. Didn't think I was going to do it on my turn, did you? Cut down. Okay. It doesn't matter. What? Do you not? I didn't even need to do that. I forgot how to rest in peace. That's an extra waste of mana. I'm just going to start attacking him, actually. Because I just need 1 mana for the Leyline Binding, and I have them 1 mana. So, let's go. This is dumb. This is a dumb game. But dumb games are my best. This is where we are going to dance all around his maze-mindedness. He's also very mana screwed. He's only got 4 lands to my, I don't know how many. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lands. The Herald 6 damage. Leyline Binding draws me an extra card. High Noon locks him down. Yeah, he is really screwed. It's not over yet, but it's close. And if he starts roping, it's over. I did need more of this. Every emo should be like something like this. Cut down. You got it. You got it, buddy. That's a very smart play you made. Alright, there's 3 of these lands, so he cannot kill both of my Overlord. Or I guess he can, right? So how much do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I just counted. I had to count it again. That's 9 mana. So if I pay 5, I'm only going to have 4 mana left. Or 5 with the treasure. Not enough for the Herald, but I'm going to throw it out there anyways. And then we're just going to start attacking with the Fountainport creatures. Fairy Mastermind. Do I want him to draw an extra card here? I can kill it, right? want him to have that. Break it. No cards for you. Unfortunately, I did not get another land to play. So now I'm kind of tapped out. But that's fine. 2 Leyline Binding. Deep Cavern Bat. Oh, he's going to be sad looking at my hand. Good luck. Thanks for giving me the life. You're about to take 12 here. And you got 1 turn where you can play multiple spells. But, yeah. Exactly. 1 of the Leyline Bindings. That's fine. What else would you like to do? Go for the throw? You get to play 2 spells a turn. That's amazing. Now just going to use your map. That's fine, I guess. Bloomverge Leg. You got lucky. Still can play another spell. Opponent decided not to play another spell. Well, the attacking are coming through. I'm gonna say it's high noon over here. You got another Fairy Mastermind you want to run at me? I'm sure that's his plan. But every creature he makes cannot block. He might not remember this, but the Fountainport fish actually can't block. Because they come to play tap, thanks to the authorities in my water park. And, yeah, GG. Lock all the way down. Good game. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen all those games, do you like this deck? I love this deck. This is one of those decks that's very control-y, but not counterspell control-y. And I know a lot of people hate counterspell, so this is not counterspell. This is just a stacks piece in high noon. Make them play 1 spell a turn. And guess what? The high noon is so good comboed with Authority of the Consul because now they cannot aggressively push us to kill us since every creature coming to play tap and gain us life. And now we can slowly build our mana base and then we can just shoot them to death with the high noon. We don't have 4 high noons in the deck, but all we need to do is deal 5 damage and the other 3 high noons can get us there. Our opponent will never see it coming and then we just go pew 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 and they're dead. So that is what I think about this Selesnya Control deck. I haven't really seen this being played on Arena, so I think there might be room for this. You can get them with the Herald of Eternal Dawn because a lot of the combo right now that people are playing are, you know, the Slasher and the Bloodletter combo that kills you in 1 turn. There is the Oculus that goes very fast, but then they try to kill you with Graveyard Synergy, so you can stop with Rest in Peace. And there's a lot of Burn deck that can really put up 6 damage to a creature as long as we're not blocking. Well, guess what? If they cannot put up 6 damage to a Herald, we're just never dying. And then if we have multiple Heralds, even if they have 2 Lightning Helix in their hand, what are you going to do? Kill 1 Herald and watch the other Herald stand there? Then that's not going to work either. A hidden combo in the deck actually is the Final Showdown and the Herald, because we can play Herald for 7, and then the Final Showdown, don't forget, it's a spree, right? There is a 2-mana ability that says, choose a creature you control, and it gains indestructible. So when they try to kill the Herald, we can also give the Herald indestructible. Kind of fun. And if we have that combo with High Noon with Herald just means you can't kill it. So 3 damage, there's no one spell that does 6 damage in any Boros deck, in any aggro decks. So we can just out-control them and they will lose the game that way. So that's a very fun deck. It's very kind of meta dependent. But right now the meta cannot answer this deck, which is what I love. Meta sniper. That's what I am doing right now. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.